Hey guys, this is Hobble Dragon.
And some bones to break.
And Fallout 4, once again. Yep, it... Okay, so, like... I feel like time moves while you're not playing the game. Because it was daytime when I saved last. Anyway, so as you can see, I've got everything up and running. Yeah, as you can see, I've got everything up and running. I rearranged everything. And I did not realize that you could actually set this, like, right on top of the pad. Like, it literally anchors to it. You put it on there and it's just like, whoop. Because we're about to do this and we've had Kate with us the entire damn time. We're going to take Kate. Because I like Kate.
Isn't the smartest thing to be doing around here.
No, it's not.
Ready to head back out?
Not even going to bother with her armor.
That depends. How are you feeling?
Are you kidding? Now that you're back, I'm feeling better than ever. When you're ready to go, I'll be right behind you.
Cool.
Ready.
Good. Then let's get moving.
Well, we are now. Sanctuary Hills. Won't have very far to go. Alright, yeah, we goofed around with,
Hey.
Point out what you need and I'll get right on it. I'm on it, Captain.
goofed around with her armor, thingy. We rearranged some pieces and some stuff like that,
Just point us to the nearest watering hole.
as you saw. And actually, we're going to do something really quick, and I don't know why I didn't do this before, but whatever.
You have a good sleep? I know I did.
Alright, so... Where the hell is my armor? There it is. Got unloaded a bunch of crap. I can't remember.
Sure. And what am I supposed to wear?
You're already in it. Calm your ness. Yeah, I think I got rid of a bunch of stuff. Just so it wasn't so heavy. Rearrange some things. Okay. So let's go talk to him.
Gotta make sure we've got enough power.
I want to trade a few things.
No, I don't want to trade
Sure,
anything.
it's all on the same grid. All the parts have got to be able to talk to each other, you know.
Same grid? We're in the same area. What the hell does that mean? Power up the signal interceptor. The hell is that? Power. Has power. Okay. Everything's got power. Don't put it in there. Okay, when I was goofing around with it yesterday, if I take any of them and power them to the main, what is this thing called? Beam emitter, it won't power up. Like it won't, you know, like it, all the power goes to this. It won't actually power that up. even though it seems like I can. See? Will not do it. Okay, we're gonna poke around with this for a little bit, and when we get it, then we'll go from there. Okay, so that took an ungodly amount of crap.
Power grid.
Alright, so what I had to do was... Actually, let me clean some of this crap up. Alright, so what ended up happening was... a crap ton of annoying crap. Is I had to power each individual thing. And I feel like that there is an easier way to have done this. But I'm not smart enough to figure that out on my own, and I didn't want to look it up. Alright, so I had to individually power each and everything, and since I don't have the large generators, I had to use, you know, 4 mediums to power the big boy here. When you power that, it powers the little reflector thingy down here. And then I use 2 small ones to power up the relay dish and a small one to power up the doohickey. But then, once you got that done, you had to connect a wire from the relay dish to molecular beam emitter, and then another line from the console to the beam emitter. And then it was just like, oh, we're going to talk to everything. So, that's how you do the craps. That's how you do everything. Because that wasn't hella freaking annoying or anything.
Everything looks good on my end.
I think that's Kate.
You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Yeah, that's Kate running around. Because Hancock ditched his armor over here. And then he went wandering around, and I don't know where he's at this point in time. So, and yes, I did change the color of my,
Unless the next bloke we run into is armed with a cannon, I'd say we're good to go.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
which is funny, he just wants me to walk onto it because...
I'm ready when you are.
Do you know how many times I've walked across that thing while trying to set this all up? Like 52,000. Okay, I can't move.
Okay, hold real still.
I can't
don't want any
move.
corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration, okay?
Like hell it is.
Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Lion SOB. It's just there for decoration. I need to shove that. I'm gonna shove this damn tube so far up your ass you're gonna think it's your second colon. Wow. It's really clean in here. Okay. Validation, error signal rerouted, okay. Wow, I got a lot of damn holotapes. I really need to clean this stuff out. Okay, where'd it go? Excuse me. Yeah, I wasn't really listening. Alright. Nope. Network scanner holotape. I don't know why the hell I've gotten into such a terrible habit, but I have. Give holotapes to Sturgis. Alright. Hell? What? Am I crazy or did I miss something? I did talk to Desdemona, though. I don't know how I failed that.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face.
I'd rather not.
Please, step into the elevator.
I don't know about this. This seems shady. Not like Slim Shady, just shady. All hella shady. But I did talk to Desmona. I'm not really sure. Oh, whatever. I don't care. Maybe I had to talk to her again? I bet you had to talk to her again, like as a side note thing, and...
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
In all honesty, I mean, I only really had him for a few months before you guys decided to take him. He's not exactly my son anymore, I would propose. Is anyone else reminded of Portal? Like, that's Shell's kid or something? Like, anybody else reminded of this? Is it just me?
Broken.
It's not broken.
We need the key.
Okay, I guess I went somewhere I wasn't supposed to. Ay. Or did I glitch something? I probably broke something. I have to get out of my armor. Damn it. I mean, let's face it. I mean, you took him when he was a few months old, still an infant. He's been gone for 10 years.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
I'm not really his mom anymore. I mean, I didn't actually raise him. I didn't get to know him. The only thing I contributed was biologicalness. So, like, he doesn't know me.
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
I mean, he's got my eyes and my hair and my skin color, but I mean, Mommy's here. That's just creepy.
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, honey? What do you want me to
I
do?
don't know you. Go away! Father! Father, help me! There's someone here! Help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your mother. Just talk to me. Just open the door.
No.
Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father, help me!
Like,
Sean.
what the hell?
S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated.
The
He's a
fuck?
mutant, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
So, wait a minute. I wonder if that's actually Sean.
I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you are a parent to your son. To Sean.
What if that's Sean? Like...
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean.
Called it!
Your son.
You ain't my son, you're grown as shit. Like, dude, I didn't raise you, I didn't impress anything on you. All I did was give you genetic makeup. That does not make you my kid. That just makes you family. Like, shit, you could have been a cousin.
I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
You can shut up. Just shut your cake hole. Shut your pie hole. Shut it. Shut it. Shut it. Talking to some girls at work about this. Bullshit. It's really you. That's crazy. How? It's not that it...
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time.
No duh.
You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But the okay, so my original thought when this game very first came out, as I said, we were talking to some of the women at work about this, was that Sean is grown, and, like, this was talk after the initial, what do you call it? The initial, you be quiet. It was after the initial, because we'd all played past the beginning, and we'd all gotten out of the vault. We all saw the big, you know, Sean, baby stolen in the night, cryogenic night, while wife, husband, not yes, no, shot to death. You were talking about it, and I was like, what if, you know, at this point, you could have been frozen for however long, and the people you find are actually like your great-great-grandkids or something stupid like that. And, because you have no clue. And yes, look what happened. Look what happened. There's a 60-year-old, 60, 70, something in that range, year-old Sean, and he's not even my kid. I have no clue who the hell this is. Like...
They stole you. Kidnapped you. It wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate.
But we're not perfect. We're organic machines and we are all messed up. Have you seen humans lately?
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. in this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every
On that
human
premises,
life
that could have been
since
anybody in 111.
I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
You get okay, Institute. I'm just laying this out here. By that reasoning, anyone in Vault 111 could have been the father. Like you could have gotten one of the fully grown adults, one of the singles, or one of like.
Are you following?
Like the hell? How dumb are you guys? Like you missed the why did it have to be the baby? Like, could have been me. Could have been my husband. Could have been the entire. You could have resurrected the entire vault. Like the entire vault.
This really is a matter of importance.
Yeah, no, you think?
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes.
At no point.
I know you must have questions.
Okay, so
Please.
another thing. At no
Anything
point
I
did
can
you
do
think
to help
maybe
you
you should have sent
understand.
one of your carriers or coursers into the vault and like left a freaking note, something, anything?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of
I guess that's a good
Kellogg's
point.
vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
You're the. Okay, you guys, maybe it's just my mentality, but we didn't actually raise you. We're not actually your parents. Your parents teach you things. Your parents mold you to be somewhat of a better model of what they are. Their combined good parts. I had none of that. Your dad certainly didn't have any of that.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
I didn't get to see you grow up. What the hell's wrong with you?
What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again.
Begin again,
What
my
else can I
ass.
say to ease your mind?
Dude, you were fully grown. You're even older than... Okay. Visually wise, you have lived longer than I have. Because what am I? 30? 35? Maybe 40? Not counting the 200 plus odd years of being frozen.
I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
I am, we'll say, 35 years old. when you were stolen. I was frozen at 35. I am mentally and body-wise 35 years old. You are 60 to 70. You are 30 years older than me, dude. You could be my granddad. You're Professor Farnsworth. He's Professor. My son is Professor Farnsworth, and I am Fry. Oh, screw that, man. I'm Fry. Damn it.
You're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future. No matter what those above ground might think of us.
Like, okay, I'm conflicted about... You guys are gonna replace all the humans with the robots. With synths. With synthetic computers. Synthetic organisms. You're gonna replace all of them. That's not humankind. That's...
This really is a matter of
It's not Homo sapien. It's Robo sapien. And... I mean, I guess that's okay, but if you're trying to save humanity, you really shouldn't wipe them out at the same time.
I hope you're not too...
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls. Dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
I don't really know, because it's a lot to take in. Like, they decided, instead of using any of the adults, they just washed them out and decided...
This really is a matter of importance.
You shut the hell up, you old fart. Instead of using any of the adults, or just using the entire vault, they basically wiped out everybody except for 2 people. They reparented my son so that he's no longer actually my kid, because I did not raise him. I had no say, no imprint, no nothing on this man that's standing here. None of it. They took him. They raised him with other parents, so I'm not even his parent. I'm just a sperm donor at this egg donor, sperm donor, whatever. So he's not actually my kid, because I didn't imprint anything on him. Okay, fine, whatever. So far, it seems like what the Institute is trying to do, at least from my point of view, is replace humans with synthetic humans. Which, okay. But the problem is if you replace all the humans with synthetics, or synths, you don't have any humans anymore. You have synths. Trying to create the perfect synth off of a flawed design, because humans are flawed. That's kind of one of our going things, is that we're awesome because we're flawed, is not the way to go about making a perfect synth. So you're fucking up 2 different ways. You're, quote-unquote, trying to save the humans by wiping them all out, and you're trying to make a perfect thing from an imperfect blueprint. That makes no sense. instead of saving the entire vault, you wiped them all out. Again, it makes no sense, except for 2 people. Which, why did you keep me alive? I gotta figure that out. At some point, he has to tell me, what the hell was the point in keeping me alive? You killed everyone else in the vault, you shot my husband right in front of you, and then you figured it out. I didn't actually raise you, so you have no ties to me, because I'm not your parent. I'm just the person who donated DNA. And you killed everybody else. Your dad was killed, your biological father was killed, everyone else was killed. Me and you're the only one from our time. We're lost. We're never gonna go back. There's no point. Our world is dead. Our world is reset. Holy shit, it's Finn Harrell. It's stupid Finn Harrell and his stupid ways.
Maybe. I don't know. So much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Am I? Like, my girl's up there, and I've already adjusted to all of this. Like, I had a really easy time adjusting to this crap. Adjusting to, you wronged me, I'm gonna beat your head in. I've had a pretty good time of that. Like, me personally, I'm not a very good at this whole sabotage or behind the scenes kind of thing. You wrong me, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you if I can do that, and so far, I'm pretty good at that in video games. I mean, real life, I'm a little too gimpy for that, but, you know, like, you wrong me and be a sarcastic ass and I'll get you. But, underground, I'm not smart enough to hang out with you fools. And then all it is I'm just some guinea pig?
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it, too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart.
Why the hell do they
Will
want
you
me to
take
keep
that
agreeing with this?
I just don't know.
Just give it time.
Like, so far,
Give the Institute a
we have the
chance.
Brotherhood of
The
Steel,
Institute is now your home. as
Minutemen.
much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with.
I don't
You'll
think
want
we're
to
the railroad
introduce
anymore.
yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities. Dr. Ayo in SRB. Dr. Holdren in bioscience. And finally, Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them. And then we'll discuss what comes next.
Now we have the Institute. So... we have 4, right? Brotherhood of Steel, Minutemen, the Railroad, which we might not even have the Railroad anymore because I forgot to talk to Desmona because I thought I did already. And now we have the Institute. And all 4 of them have been like, join us. And it's like, I don't really know anything about you fools. I don't know crap. I don't know, I'm really paranoid about losing that set of armor. But, like, I got these 4 factions that are all like, yeah, join us now, blah, blah, blah. You don't really know a whole lot about us. I've been underneath, and right underneath the outposts of them idiots. All this, this is just so... Move, you little... He's not even my son anymore. He's... someone, but that's... He's a grown man. With his own things and stuff going on. I had no say in any of this.
Damn it, Galton, what the hell is going on down there? I have to convene an emergency directorate meeting because of this screw-up. That synth was a prototype. It was absolutely not ready for field testing. The mess it caused in Diamond City threatens decades of work to keep us out of the spotlight. I will be very clear. My legacy as director will not be tarnished by your division's mistakes. I am going to find out exactly who approved any sort of operation above ground, and that person will be held fully accountable.
Enhanced life expectancy. July 16th. Yay yay. Kellogg's occasional presence continues to unnerve the others. At first, I thought they were merely intimidated by his confidence and arrogance, or perhaps even afraid of his general being. Kellogg is, after all, a killer. But as I've continued to witness their reactions, gauge their sidelong glances, I've detected something else. Something I probably should have anticipated. Jealousy. Kellogg is a living memory to a forgotten program. He is an augmented human being, a cyborg really, and the benefits he has received cannot be denied. But really, the scientists here could not care less about enhanced reflexes or greater combat efficiency. No, the cause of their envy is something more practical, more primal, his enhanced life expectancy. Just how long will Kellogg live if he passes natural, however unlikely that may be? It's hard to say. He's already more than 100 years old. Older, certainly, than any other human in the Commonwealth. He was over 100? Holy shit, he looked really good. His complete psychology... my brain ain't working on that word, has been altered. Perhaps he'll make it to 150, maybe even 200. Let the petty have their petty jealousies. Kellogg is a living testament to the ingenuity and superiority of the Institute, and I take no small pleasure in knowing that that must irritate him no end. Program functional. Synth output normal. Child synth project under quarterly review. Weapons diagnostics ongoing. Zimmer still offline. Above ground operative terminated. Oops. Director terminal pattern recognition algorithms ineffective. Power output max. The wait continues. AO can only confirm sightings outside Vault 111, and again in Diamond City sometime later. What that means, I'm not sure. Will we actually meet? Was this all for nothing? I was being followed? No, not nothing. I will have learned valuable things about myself, my past. Either way, I cannot afford to let emotion get in the way. I must simply observe and record. I'm told Kellogg has gone offline. Strangely, I find myself thinking of Dr. Walker. He had such high hopes for Kellogg, such faith in the implants and that they could mean. I still regret eliminating that project, but I know where it would have led us. Walker was never shy about his goals, and too many others were starting to listen. In the end, I believe I was justified. The Institute is about preserving humanity, not some bizarre amalgamation of biology and technology. But that's what a synth is, right? It's a combo of tech and bio. We make a synth. It's just more tech, little less bio. That makes no sense. just the hell? The hell? That's just...
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me,
it's an honor to have
they
you
were
here,
built
ma'am.
pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
Oh, guys, you're just weird.
Hi, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
No. No for B, no for A.
I guess I just wasn't ready to die yet.
Oh, that's understandable. The will to survive is the most basic human instinct. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
No! Stop asking!
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here. Not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
You guys keep whoa, 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 whoa.
Dr. Fillmore.
Hey, what do you need?
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer.
They keep digging
He
far enough, they're
oversees
gonna end up in the
major life
core.
support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
Hey, stop
What's on your mind?
walking off,
It
you
must be a
dildo.
challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
You guys could probably use getting rid of these weird water walkways. How about that? And that weird helix. Like, I understand you're supposed to have it as like a cool human DNA double helix. Yay, science! But seriously, do you really need it? Like, really? Do you think you need it?
As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
What can I requisition?
I have access to a modest selection of arms, armor, and other items approved for use in field missions.
His mouth is off. Wow. Phew. Experiment 18A. That's pretty freaking expensive. Plasma sniper rifle. It's 45 just in one. Wow. Wow. I didn't even look at the rest of the stuff. Oh well.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. Alright, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
Okay. Looks like pizza.
Best part of my day is coming home to my girls.
Doc?
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems. You know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution. That's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, when the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Dr. Newton, isn't that a funny name? What am I doing for what's his name? I was grabbing the antidote for him.
I hope all your needs are being seen to. You just let me know if they're not.
Wait a minute, aren't I supposed to talk to him?
Doctor?
Welcome. Welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
That's depressing, my home is gone.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Thanks. Okay.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Courses on the hunt are relentless. If you see one, you should stay out of its way.
I'm not really worried.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already.
Yep.
In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I kept shooting it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose
wasn't
I'll have to
alone.
ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Justin?
What the hell's with you guys and walking off?
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
Pardon me.
Wow.
Dr. Ayo,
Yes, what is it?
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Wow, these guys are wrong spot. I'll investigate that later. And these guys are kinda special.
Ma'am.
Like,
No
they're
visible
a little.
action to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still.
Hey.
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
You're the doctor here?
Everyone's a doctor here. But if you mean physician, then yes, I'm about as close as we've got to one. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up. Alright, before we go in here to advanced systems, we are going to call it right here. And we will be seeing you guys next time. Again, Hobble Dragon, playing Fallout 4. If you like what you're watching, please like, subscribe, comment. You know, put your 2 cents in on what the Institute has to say about themselves and that sort of jazz, because this is just a lot. Like, I'm happy that I was right about my son being grown and crap is just still kind of weird when you're finally facing it, sort of thing. But either way, you know, say your 2 cents, do the thing. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye.